It's good, bro. How you, bro? You alright? Yeah, shout out to you, bro. Always keeping it real, you know? Keeping the people woke. You know? Might as well add on to that real quick. A little something for you and your viewers. You know, since they just been keeping it 100. Y'all saw, let me ask you something. They be claiming they apes. If they really gorillas then, how come Zimmerman still walking around and ain't none of them get at them? Separation is reparations in this nation. Case closed, no investigation. It is what it is, no explanation. Y'all over there praying like y'all gonna be saved. We ain't one and the same. You a field nigga, he a house nigga. Me, I'm a runaway slave. I'd rather be under a grave than under a man that come from a cave. So I'm off to get guns or grenades, but I'll be back in a couple of days. Yeah, I'm on the Django, like Jamie Foxx. Sharpshooter when I aim these shots. They like, here come the pigs, and I'm like, good. Cause I came for the cops. I bang on my opposition. Hip hop's been glitching since Pac's been missing. That's why none of y'all got my attention. It's repetition. I ain't gotta listen. Cause I already know what it is. Your flow gonna be flowing like his. Talking about how you're rolling the bins. I know how it starts and I know how it ends. Wait, ain't you married? How you rapping about all the moves you got? And the clothes you rock with? You need to stop. Cause nigga, those ain't hot. Man, y'all tripping. Got these Chinese niggas frying y'all chicken. And they don't even look like chicken. Fuck around and it's probably a pigeon. God forgive them. They don't know no better. They probably a Christian, a Muslim, a hoodlum. To the system, there's no difference. I don't understand it. How you blacker than me talking about you Hispanic? Spanish your language. We the same. It's just your mind's been damaged. Man, it's Najee. Tú estás flanqueando. I'm from the calle. They cooning like Kanye. But I'm on that shit they don't teach you in John Jay. I'm criminal-minded. You can tell I'm a dumb by the women I'm with. I maneuver like Heimlich. But the pressure on the stomach come from my 9-inch. Y'all probably ain't catch it. So rewind, then that part is highly suggested. I'm possessed because my women possessive. I'm blessed, and this is a blessing. You niggas gonna learn today. This is a lesson. Going to church ain't gonna get you in heaven. Nigga, your rapping's a felony. Taking your money and swelling your melon. Yeah, I'm a rebel, that's why I'm rebelling. Somebody gotta say it, so I'ma tell him. Had knowledge yourself since I was 11 and taught my son by the time he was 7. I'm the best man, though I'm not at your wedding. I help them get on, they ain't gotta get credit. I'm tipsy off the nicotine. I'm a hustle until I get it. I see where y'all going, that's not where I'm headed. I'm taking a different direction, so no, we can't do a record. And just for the record, I actually feel disrespected for you even thinking. I would be shrinking down on your level. Cloud, you a pebble. Trying to smell what the rock is cooking. Cause you heard I said I'm sharp in Brooklyn, but it's still X to the death of me. They got ingredients, I got the recipe. I hope you die in your sleep. That goes for all my foes that ever slept on me, niggas. Stay woke. I don't give a fuck what you niggas want to hear. Just what the fuck you need to hear. Stay woke. Huh? I said, no time for sleeping. The enemy creeping, and we can defeat them unless we stay woke. Peace and blessings to everybody in the building. Y'all know the routine. When y'all come in the house, wipe your feet and make sure you hit the like button. 7, God created HASSAN for a reason. Thank you, family. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Today was a bad day for me. Bad energy, bad vibes. You know, but the show must go on. Before we even start this live, right? Let me say shout out to the police officers. The ones that caught the dude that threw that belt around that girl's neck and dragged her in between them cars. It's all the police officers that's out there solving crimes that us men are not solving. Our women and our children are being hurt in these streets on a daily basis. And us men, we're not doing nothing. And the reality of it is, even the ones that's pretending, you see what I'm saying? Walking around with bullhorns and yelling at the air, being paid by the government, 501c3s, yelling at the air. Everybody knows where all the criminals live at.
with building, with apartment. We got to stop fronting for each other. Like, stop acting and pretending like we cleaning. You know, when the manager comes around, you grab the broom and you act like you sweeping. Let's stop pretending, man. Playtime is over. It's time to stop pretending, man. How Michael Jackson said, all I really want to say is they don't really care about us, but we don't care about each other neither. Let's stop playing games, man. Let's stop. So shout out to the police officers that take their time, 24 hours, because when a cop goes home, there's a cop coming on to do his job. I don't like the police, but I realize that we need them. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I don't like them, but I realize that we need them. And we got to start appreciating the overseers, aka the slave patrol. We got to start appreciating them. Because the reality of it is, there's brothers that's incarcerated that got things going on with their mothers, their sisters, their daughters, and their friends ain't holding them down. We're not holding down the community. It's a free fall. Shout out to the sanitation worker, man, that's picking up the garbage and keeping the city clean. Shout out to the transit workers that's busting their ass to keep transit and driving those trains, keeping them clean. Shout out to the people that makes the world go around. You know, the people that work at the hospital, the staff, the essential workers that got to sit up there and wipe our parents' asses in those hospitals. The people that make the world go round. Now, I might hurt some feelings, but all you real niggas and you bad BITC, you know what I'm saying? Y'all worthless. You're meaningless. Nobody cares about your outfit. Nobody cares about the car that you drive. Nobody cares about how much money you got. Nobody cares about how you stunting on your own community. Nobody cares. Let me tell all you real niggas and you bad, you bad sexy reds. That's what I'm gonna call you. You're a bunch of sexy reds. See, I gotta watch what I'm saying because I realize that there's people that's waiting for me to say something. I need you to say something, baby, so that they can sit up there and they can report me to YouTube and keep demonetizing my videos. And then eventually what happens is YouTube takes my monetization again and maybe even my page. Yes, that's the game. That's the game plan. That's what they're here to do. In search of true wealth, thank you for the content knowledge and awareness you spread on what really important. Want to appreciate you. Thank you, family. I thank you. Thank you for sponsoring this war. It's hot in my house right now. I ain't turning the air on. I'm gonna say this again because y'all need to hear this. Like, in this world, we need people. We need biologists. We need scientists. We need scholars. We need teachers. We need healers. We need doctors. But you egotistical street dudes, you street cats, and you street chicks, we don't need you. Can y'all please disappear? Please? Can y'all please disappear? Because you're doing the hood a disservice. We don't need you. Right now, there's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. There's a storm going on. There's a tornado going on. There's an earthquake going on. What we need is somebody that can control the ship, clean the ship, cook on the ship. We need staff. We don't need real niggas in sexy reds. We don't need you. Please. And I'm going to say this again, as much as I love rap, but I'm going to tell you rappers, the world don't need another rapper. We're not telling you not that you can't perform on the ship, but right now we need for you to be who you really are and bring to the table what you really bring to the table in this new world order. Because it's going to rain. It's going to be some storms. It's going to be some floods. But after the floods, the sun will come out. Tomorrow, the sun is going to come out. And when the sun comes out, we're going to need people that can make the world go around all over again. We're going to need people that's intellectually like smart enough to sit at the table. We need intellectual minds. We need thinkers that's going to be able to sit at the round table. We don't need puppets. This is what we don't need. We don't need puppets. We need people that could come to the table and lead. See, the thing about it is, when you're dealing with these politicians and you actually sit back and you watch Trump actually bring out Sheff G. I like Trump and I like Sheff G. The reason why I like Trump, and I want y'all to understand this, is because I like the bad guy. Trump is the bad guy. Y'all really can't even see it. Trump is the bad guy. That's why I like him. I like somebody that'll sit up there and tell you, I'm gonna grab him by the, like, I like somebody that's, I like racist people. I like the ones that straight up tell you dead to your face that they can't stand they hate your guy. I love them. You know why? Because they're real. I hate people that have hidden agendas. I hate sneaky people. I hate snakes. I hate master manipulators. Trump told you, and he tells you exactly how he feels. Now, whether I agree with him or not is a totally different ball game, but I like him. And see, here's the thing. When you had the governor, she sat back and she told us as a people, right? She said that the people in the Bronx is so dumb that we don't know how to use computers. But y'all didn't realize when she said that, she was being sarcastic. Y'all couldn't catch the sarcasm. So what Trump does, which y'all don't even realize, he just said the same thing that she said, but even worse, by bringing Sheff G to a rally. He brought out a dude. And I need y'all to understand that I've been on this earth going on 48 years in September. And never, ever, never, ever have I seen a president that's running for office bring out a nigga that's facing damn near 10 felonies, murders, attempted murders, conspiracy to murders, you name it. What exactly is Trump saying about our brains? Your brain is fried, is what he's saying. He didn't go get a Rizza Islam. And I don't even rock with the Nation of Islam. He didn't go get a Rizza Islam. He didn't go get a Umar Johnson. He went and got a felon. Somebody that's facing life in jail. And let me say this again. I like Sheff G. I'm not dissing or hating on Sheff G. But this ain't normal. And if y'all can't see that this ain't normal, something just ain't right. If y'all can't see that, we in a world of trouble. We are in a world of trouble. Rashad, Irv Gotti, and Jay-Z are next. They both have sex tapes. Jay got one in Texas and Irv got one in Miami with teen models, both taped, filmed in 2000. One thing y'all got to understand is y'all putting niggas in jail before the white man put niggas in jail. Y'all putting dudes in jail before they put them in jail. Y'all got to understand something, that the machine is going to leave some of these puppets out here. They're going to leave some of their puppets out here. They're not putting all of their puppets in jail. Y'all got to understand something, right? That Epstein list has been released and nobody has been arrested. They are protecting the predator. They are protecting the predator. You don't even see a rush. They got a list. They got videos. They got everything. They got stuff that was leaked on the dark web. They got stuff that was leaked on the dark web and haven't made any arrest. So this right here is a game. being played. You just got to play your position in life and figure your shit out. Because the reality of it is, the clock is ticking and it don't look good for us. We don't know our next move. These people, stargates, portals. Every time you turn around, they're talking about leaving the earth because they're in the process of destroying the earth. And you trying to catch up on the latest gossip on P. Diddy. How far you think that's going to get you? If P. Diddy spent the rest of his life in jail, he ain't got that much time left anyway. He lived the majority of his life as a multimillionaire / billionaire. See, me, I just like celebrity gossip because this is what the people pay attention to. So it's one of the ways that I could actually connect to my people on an elementary school level. On an elementary school level. How are we supposed to stop them? You can't. It's over. It's too late. We're done. The only thing that you can do right now in today's time is get right with God. Get right or get left. Everything. I'm going to say this again because I want y'all to think. I just had a conversation with a couple of people, right? That study, that went to school. And we had a little debate. And when you tell somebody that's educated or AKA miseducated, that's miseducated, and they think that they went to school and they know more than you, and then you start actually busting a bubble and making them realize that the people who taught you his story and what you think is his story, even starting back to slavery, was a lie. Let's break something down, right? I'm going to ask y'all a question, and I want y'all to answer me in the comment section. Do any of y'all that's watching me right now trust any of them African leaders? Yes or no? Over there in Africa. Do you trust them? We going according to African history? When in all actuality, Africa is being controlled by every colonizer? Which means everything that you learned from over in Africa, even the African scholars and the ones that take you into the pyramids and break down what's on the walls, do you trust their teachings? First of all, you can't even get in the pyramids without their permission. You can't go in the Grand Canyon without their permission. So do you really think that you're going to go over do you trust them? Do you trust them? You got to ask yourself a question, right? If you Google the old maps, you see places on those maps that doesn't exist on the maps today. What happened to those land masses? Huh? Why we can't go to Antarctica? Why is ice off limit? What over there do they not want us to see? So everything that they don't want us to see has been hidden. It's been hidden. And I'm going to tell you something again, because I want y'all to really start thinking and using your brains. When you sit back and you really analyze the world that we live in today, I'm going to tell you again, right? You got people over there in Sentinel Island that's running around, and they are primitive. Bow and arrow running around butt naked. You see images and videos of those people over there. When you try to go on that island, they kill you immediately because they do not want contact from us. Right? Now, if you come over here to America, we dealing with the latest technology. We have lights, right? Some shit that's like, you couldn't even imagine having this. They don't have none of this over here. We have running water. right? So when you sit back and you really, really analyze, I'm going to say this again. You are living in a world now where there's somewhere inside the earth, you know, like you got stupid niggas like Charleston White. He get up on the internet and he think he's saying something smart by telling you what I've been telling y'all. We are people of the sun. We need the sun. Oh, black people ain't been in no caves. Yes, black people was in caves. Yes, we were. And you have, just like you watched the movie The Matrix, how it showed you Neo and his crew, they all lived in the caves. Yes. Because there's a source of energy and a source of water that's pure inside the earth. And in some cases, there's more lives inside the earth than outside the earth that we don't even see or communicate with. They don't want communication with us. This is what they don't tell you. Don't listen to dumb people that be telling you dumb stuff. They tell you stupid stuff like, oh, white people are cave beasts. Listen, we was in the caves before they was in the cave. What are you talking about? And then have the audacity to call somebody a cave beast when you live in the projects, which is worse than a cave. The projects is worse than a cave. Then you listen to the stupid stuff. All the minerals on this earth comes out of where? A cave. All of the gold and diamonds comes out of where? The cave. So you let people convince you that we wasn't in the caves, that the caves belong to them. So what you basically just said, you don't even realize what you just said. You basically just said that the caves belong to them, and that's why they got all the technology and they got all of the money, because we was too bougie for the caves, right? Come on, man. Trump basically brought out a Brooklyn mob boss. That's crazy. And see, my whole thing about it is, that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. Do y'all really understand what they're calling us by doing that? Sometimes you got to go back to speeches and lectures that the greats have had.
I just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community, and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear. I just told you a little while ago.
Come on, Mike. Come on, man. Malcolm X went even deeper. Everybody be sitting up there praising Dick Gregory. Malcolm X called him a puppet as well. Named him. He said Dick Gregory is a puppet, but you call him a scholar. Y'all better wake up and smell the coffee, man. Then you got to understand something, right? See, I like Trump because Trump is real, right? He say what's on his mind. Trump told you that when he get in office, the police, he's going to give them immunity for the things that they do to who? He's going to give them immunity. Now, for me, it's like, I'm not worried about myself. But if you living in the hood, and Trump just gave the police a license to turn your TV off. If he gave them a license to turn your TV off, to disconnect your Wi-Fi, and send you to the afterlife with the ancestors. Are we cool with that? Are we prepared for that? What's the difference between a Puerto Rican and an Ecuadorian or one of these border jumpers to a racist colonizer that's coming in your community looking for you? When Trump unleashed the wolves, when he let the dogs go, when he let them dogs go, and they come in the community to come snatch up all the border jumpers, what happens then? Huh?
It has not gone away. We're still dealing with this every day.
As the migrant crisis continues, New York City leaders will not stop evictions for adult migrants who've reached their 30 or 60-day shelter limit. Critics have called the policy inhumane.
People said it's inhumane to put people out during the wintertime. So now they say it's inhumane to do it in the summertime. It's humane to do it in the springtime. It's inhumane to do it in the fall time. It's always inhumane to have to not be able to house 198,000 people.
250 migrants are expected to be evicted this week if they haven't proven they face extenuating circumstances to find new housing. The tightening of this policy comes after a court settlement surrounding New York City's right to shelter law. The rule does not apply to migrant families with children. City officials say they have done their part to help migrants figure out their next steps after their time at the shelter expires.
So you got 250,000 migrants that was welcomed into our city by this mayor, right? Welcome all, right? Now they flipping the script. And these people, especially starting with the men are going to be evicted. What do you think that these dudes are going to do that was released from jails in their country and now they're over here where they feel like the American government and judicial system is sweet? What you think gonna happen? What do you think is going to happen? When Trump let the wolves, when he let the dogs go, what do you think is going to happen? Ask yourself a question, right? What are you going to do when they cut welfare off? When they cut Section 8 off? And food is on the rise because the dollar bill has no value. It never did. But now all these different countries are dropping the dollar bill and we are moving over to a digital currency where your money is going to disappear out of the bank. What do you think you're going to do when you can't go in the supermarket and feed yourself, your kids? Women are going to turn to prostitution. Sad part about it is when a woman goes to get a protection, to have a man hold her down, while she do what she does best is sell her punani to feed the family. Now when you get caught, they done figured out how to turn niggas in the hood into traffickers because they don't want no competition. So now you, the regular pimps on the block, you have become the face of what they call trafficking. You are the face. You don't see the real traffickers getting locked up no more When Trump first was in office and he was at war with the deep state, oh, it was that he had the FBI running up in everything. Trump made me a believer with that. But now you have become the face of evil. So what do you think is going to happen when you say, okay, this is the only way? Now you got your shorty out there. She's selling a box to get a loaf of bread. And you holding her down. And now they giving dudes life in jail for that. Because it's not meant for you to survive. And evil don't like competition. Y'all hit that like button, man. Come on, they selling the box. What do you think you're going to do? Why you think, let me tell you something. Why you think a lot of the dudes that get on their feet and got a little bit of bread won't leave the hood? Why you think some of these rappers that's tied into these politicians won't leave the hoods? There's either two things. When shit hit the fan in the future, they want some of these rappers to have strongholds in the hood, which they do. Or the other ones that won't leave the hood, they know if they lose their job or their money get low, they can sell some shit in the hood to get back on their feet that they can't sell in the suburbs. Because even though people in the suburbs be indulging in the same things that people in the hood does, they don't want that in their community, and they're not going to tolerate that lifestyle in their community. And when they cannot afford to get, if they can't stop you from tearing down the middle class and the rich, they'll sell a house to get the hell away from you. Because people in their right mind ain't going to accept nobody selling crack next door to them. People in their right mind is not going to accept you having a marijuana spot right next door to their mansions. They don't even care if they smoke. They'll buy it, but they're not going to buy it from you selling it next door. So now, what happens? Where do we go from here? Well, we know we're moving towards a new world order. We're moving towards a one world government. Things are not going to get easier. It's going to get harder. When you have a dictator like the ones in the past, where you want to go to King Leopold, the first, the second, or the third? Which one? Who was King Leopold?
According to Wikipedia, Leopold II was the second king of the Belgians from 1865 to 1909, and the founder and sole owner of the Congo Free State from 1885 to 1908.
How many people died in the Congo under the leadership of King Leopold?
According to Ajuntament de Barcelona, their working days were long and hard, and required an enormous amount of physical effort. According to historical documentation, between 5 and 10 million people died as a result of the colonial exploitation under the rule and administration of King Leopold II and his functionaries.
Between King Leopold I, the second, and the third, over 100 million people dead. Do y'all understand that history repeats itself? Are you mentally prepared for where this world is going? Like, we are so much in a sunken place that it ain't even funny. Most of us, and you notice, yo, it's crazy because when you watch the movie with Son in the Sunken Place, it's a black dude being played on by who? The colonizer. Send a pretty white girl to go meet him at school, just like all the rest of them. You fall in love with her. She gets you to come to visit her family. You never make it back because you are in the sunken place. How you feel comfortable waking up and going to sleep in the projects? You ever heard that song? How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. Huh? You really think that you're supposed to be living in the projects? Away from nature? No apples, no oranges growing on the trees? A grocery store with fake money to pay what comes out of the earth for free? That make any sense to you? I mean, you got trees in the hood. Why not an apple tree? Yeah, them other dudes you hear saying that, they got that from me. I've been saying it for 7 years on the internet. Why not an orange tree? Why not a pear tree? Why not a grape tree? Because you would never go hungry and you would never get sick. If you ate fruit all day with seeds in it, you would never get sick. How you wake up and put on your favorite outfit to stand outside the corner store, aka the graveyard. Your supermarkets is the early cemetery. Trujillo was another very evil dictator. You put on your best outfit, not to go to church no more, but to go outside on a street corner with dope, coke, and crack is being sold. And stick your chest up and have your head out like you got honor. Like it's an honor to be there. And it's an honor to say we outside. So much to the point that the police are sitting up there saying, we outside too. Making a fool of y'all. See, I know why a lot of people say they don't like me and they don't fuck with me. Because they ain't get their shit together. Y'all done turned into chameleons out there. Blending in with the bricks on the wall. Looking stupid. And in return, because we done got so ignorant throughout the years, and the knowledgeable ones, like it says in Islam, it says in the last days, the knowledgeable ones will be taken away. It says in the last days, you won't be able to tell the difference between a man or a woman. Rain will start to fall out of season. The knowledgeable ones are being taken away. Everyone talking about Diddy, but not enough about Epstein and Hollywood. Epstein, until we could prove it, is dead. Everybody talking about Diddy. Everybody talking about Diddy. Everybody talking about Diddy, but everybody ain't talking about that uncle. You know, the one that can't be left in the living room with the kids because we all know his secrets. And he's still coming to Thanksgiving dinners. And he's still coming to Christmas dinners. That's the one everybody not talking about. The one that got away in your family. That's why it's crazy how Tahiri just called out Joe Buttons. Like, you got the nerve. You sitting up there talking. She said, I remember when you threw me down a whole flight of steps. I was like, ooh, boop, 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 boop. I said, damn, so my uncle wasn't the only one throwing chicks down steps, huh? Wow. The crazy part about it is I don't even understand why black people in the black community is sitting up there really acting like we surprised about any of this, because the truth of the matter is we don't care about none of this stuff. We fight and we make up. We fight, we F, and we make up. That's what we do. We're dysfunctional in the hood. We are dysfunctional in the hood. And act like we not dysfunctional. All of us is dysfunctional. That's why when one of them bird dudes from the dirty section was talking trash about me, talk about this nigga's dysfunctional. I was like, nigga, we all dysfunctional. Why you think we sell crack? Now he using my shit. DMX was dysfunctional. DMX was our favorite crackhead. And no, it ain't no disrespect. That's what he was. That's what he told us he was. That's why when other people be getting mad, I'm like, how you getting mad? DMX lived in his truth. He was a crackhead. And he was dope. Why was he on drugs? Because the hood, the places that raised us, put him through so much pain he couldn't get around it. Then when he got in the music industry, he tried to sit up there and warn us, like, yo, this industry, it ain't what it appears to be. A lot of people wasn't really listening to him when he was saying it, but now, I mean, I've been sitting up there saying it for like 7 years. But when Cat Williams came out and sat up there and told you that you gotta tell Diddy no. DMX talking about the music industry.
DMX talking about the music industry.
I'm bringing to the stage my man from Yonkers, New York. DMX. Yeah. That's what's up. I appreciate it. What I'm going to speak on is the thing that's on my mind the most. You know what I'm saying? The thing that we all got to deal with every day, but don't really know. The industry. The industry. Man, it's not the same. Doesn't have to do with talent. It's about playing the game. The industry. Real niggas is dying to get in. The industry. Justifying they don't fit in. The industry ain't what it used to be. The industry's trying to control the way you MC. They want you to dress like this and talk like that. But I'm going dress like this and talk with the bat. The industry got your word meaning nothing. The industry, fuck what you heard because he's bluffing. The industry, money, bitches, hate, for that day to try to take a fucking thing off my plate. The industry like, wait! But in the streets, we like, get 'em. 17 up in that thing. Cause I'm sleeping, hit 'em. The industry, if you ain't got a strong mind, the industry will break you down. It's a matter of time. The industry, vultures with nothing to feast on. See me? I'm getting my beast on. The industry, stay in the dirt, play in the dirt. Test the wrong one in the industry and you will get hurt. I'm not an industry artist. I'm an artist in the industry. So I do what the fuck I want because nobody can finish me. The industry, wanted, dead or alive, new artists to sell their souls in the way they survive. The industry don't give a fuck about you. But the industry couldn't make a dime without you. The industry, I'm sick of this industry shit. The industry playing them like a industry bitch. They try to finish me quick, but I am long, so I stand strong. Fuck a beat. Listen to the words in the damn song.
You notice that they all mention the selling of the souls? Why is that? Why y'all think that is? They keep saying that. Buzz Beyond, salute Haas. Just a little something to support the message. Thank you family for sponsoring this war. Appreciate you. AB 21 Guns. Yo, Haas, I'm in the city next month. Watson to Bronx River. We outside. Shout out to AB. That's my boy right there. Just looking for something. Damn, it's not on this device. So how y'all feel about being called stupid and weak? How do y'all feel about being called stupid and weak? Because that's exactly what Trump did when he brought Sheff G out. He called us stupid and he called us weak when he brought Sheff G out. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. What he did was no different than the governor sitting up there saying kids in the Bronx don't know how to use computers. She was being sarcastic, and him bringing out Sheff G was being sarcastic. Because there was a time politicians couldn't stand nowhere near criminals. So what has changed? On one side, we got the real niggas with Trump. On the other side, you got the illegals and the border jumpers with Biden. Wow. The chessboard has been set up like a mother. Woo.
Absolutely no easy task.
Hundreds of migrants now facing eviction from shelters. The mayor says the move's necessary in order to ease the strain of the migrant crisis on the city.
Some critics say that the evictions are inhumane and will lead to a rise in street homelessness. Joining us now to talk about these concerns is Mayor Adams. Mayor, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Great to be on with you again.
So the migrant crisis has really divided the city, and we know that it's placed such an enormous strain on the city's budget. Who's going to be part of this first wave of evictions?
Those after 30 days or 90 days, they are told that it's time to transition to the next step on their journey. And as we stated, over 65% of the people who reach this level have gone on to the next step of their journey. That can include housing, going to other municipalities, staying with family members, loved ones. And this has been a successful tool that we had to use to bring down the over 194, actually almost 198,000 migrants in the state.
So hold up. Staying with families and loved ones. Who you talking about putting the black and Latinos that's from America out of the shelter? Because the ones coming over the border, if they had family to stay with, wouldn't they have been with their family that they got to stay with? Like, come on, man. Are y'all hearing him?
Seekers entering the city.
Yeah, no, it's a huge issue, no doubt about it. Everyone will agree on that. Some of the numbers our reporter Morgan spoke about earlier. 250 migrants are up for eviction today. 200 applied for the extension, and 100 received an extension for housing. Is that sort of in line with how you envision this working out? That over time, more and more people will move on from the city housing.
And that's the goal. Can you imagine if we didn't use these types of tools, we would still have almost 198,000 people in our care. We already had a $4 billion price tag associated with this. Staying in permanent shelters, or HERCs as we call them, is not what we need to do. We need to allow people to get the support they need and then transition to the next step in their journey.
Of course, some of the critics, Mr. Mayor, are now arguing that this 30-day rule is not going to give migrants enough time to find alternative housing. How's that being addressed, and were they able to go?
Well, New York, 8.3 million people, 38 million opinions. What I find fascinating, some of the same people that are saying don't do the 30-day time rule, they're saying they don't want shelters in their location. We have to be consistent. New York can't say you could come from...
Why would they want shelters, homeless shelters, where people was released from prisons in their country? Why would they want that in a neighborhood? And then he say it. Listen to how he just said that. Well, they don't want it in their neighborhood. Nigga, do you want it in your neighborhood? Do you want that in your house? Do you hear how Mayor Adams, all of these politicians are treating us like hood buggers? All of them. Listen to what he's saying. Who the hell wants somebody else's dirty laundry from somebody else's country? We all know what happens when you take a bunch of poor people and pack them on top of poor people. Do you hear him? Notice how most billionaires are vegans and they feed us Popeyes. No, we feed ourselves Popeyes. We have a choice in that matter.
Anywhere on the globe, stay as long as you want on taxpayers' dime to feed, house, clothe an individual. That is just not right for New York taxpayers. We should all be unified about allowing people to work. And the national leaders, national immigrant leaders, have looked at what we have done and said this is one of the most humane, well-organized initiatives that they have witnessed.
So, let me get this right? So we should be willing to let these people work, so now that they could get a license, a permit to go out to work, so that they can compete with us and our children for a job and trying to feed our families and not be homeless ourselves. Because most people now are having to have 2 incomes or work 2 jobs to avoid the hike in rent. Every year the rent is hiking up, and the cost of food is going up. The cost of living is going up. And now we have to compete with them, and we supposed to feel good with them competing with us for our jobs. And they got them coming over the border and telling us how they don't respect us and how they're gonna take our jobs because we lazy. No, we're not lazy, we're tired. The foods that we eating is making us tired. The stress is making us tired. The Wi-Fi is making us tired. We tired of being tired. We are tired of being tired. That's when you know you tired. When you are tired of being tired. You don't even want to be tired no more. You don't even know why you tired, but you just know that you tired.
Yeah, it's interesting. Along that line, have you seen people's tolerance maybe for the cost of housing migrants go down as they've seen the budget issues it causes elsewhere, whether it's school cuts, library cuts, etc.? Are you getting a sense that people are coming to a different position on this when it comes to there has to be some sort of time limits on the housing?
And New York is just saying that we are extremely benevolent as a city. Our heart is endless, but our resources, we can't just think that it can last forever. There must be tools that we use to allow people to transition. And when you stay in the system this long, you begin to normalize that. And we can do it in a humane, compassionate way, and we have. I think New Yorkers have extended themselves. I met with a group of faith leaders this morning who want to be a part of this initiative, and we're going to continue to do so.
Absolutely. No easy task, Mr. Mayor. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
there is some positive housing news today. I mean, for the first time in 15 years, the city will reopen its waiting list for Section 8 housing choice applications. What's this going to mean for New Yorkers?
200,000 potential people could have an opportunity to see what we're doing with NYCHA, everything from the NYCHA Land Trust to...
So hold up. So Jesse White, thank you. Good job, my brother. So hold on. They just opened up Section 8 for the migrants, but the blacks and Latinos that lived here had City Phelps. Now, for those of y'all that don't know what City Phelps is basically you only get 2 years. Then they kick you out. Then you back into the shelter. Whereas now, these migrants that came over, they opened up Section 8 in New York. Section 8, basically, you could travel anywhere in America that you want to, and it permanently pays for your rent as long as you don't have a job. Or if you have a job, it'll work with you. But the people in America, in New York City, had City Phelps, where they was going back to the shelter every 2 years. Wow. Dirty politician.
High-speed broadband for those who are in NYCHA, to looking at the other programs to deal with the multi-billion-dollar gap. We want New Yorkers to see NYCHA as part of our overall housing goal. We included in our housing plan for the first time this was done, and we believe that opening up this waiting list has said a lot for those who have been waiting for so long to have sustainable housing like our public housing system.
Yeah, and along with the housing issue, which is such a key issue, and always has been really for New York when it comes to the cost of housing, affordable housing, etc. There have been some interesting developments as far as the city planning board saying the owners of 64 New York.
Wow. How does this play out? Whoever get in office, as much as I like Trump, I'm for Trump. I don't like Biden. Honestly speaking, I can't wait for Biden to meet the ancestors. I personally believe that there's a special place in hell for Biden, and I can't wait for him to go there. Bye-bye. I personally believe that there's a special place in hell for him. It is what it is. Some people believe in heaven and hell. Some people don't. I do.
Got abortion clinics at the border. They're telling us as American women, specifically black American women, we need to abort our children. But if you coming across the border with your baby, oh, come to the land of milk and honey, the great land of opportunity. We'll take care of you. Joe Biden even said, I'll give illegal immigrants coming across the border $400,000 a piece. Can you imagine if they were to go to that black single mother living in the hood? Not even $400,000. Offer $4,000. Because I know some black women that can make something jump with $4,000. Offer her $40,000. You know why they'll never give us that? Because they know that we'll never need them again. Welfare reminds me of an old man I used to date. I was in a relationship with him for 11 years. He would never marry me, right? But whenever my bills were due, I would tell him he would give me just enough. He had a whole lot of money. He would give me just enough. Rent due, $1,200. He give me $1,200, not 1 cent over, because he knew that every month the rent was due that I would have to come back to him. He wouldn't give me $100,000 to say, here, baby, bump that, go buy you a house and start you a business, because then he felt like I wouldn't need him. The government system is the same way when it comes to black Americans. They'll never give us enough to get over and get up. It's only enough to make sure we continue to come back every 30 days so that we can remain slaves to their system.
Well, I can tell you right now, I don't know why y'all singling out the Mexicans, because Mexicans is not the only ones that's coming over the border. A little bit of everybody's coming over the border. I mean, I remember when all the stuff was, all the rioting and the protest was going on, they brought in 100,000 Ukrainians into America. All military men. All military men. A lot of these dudes that's coming over the border. See, what y'all gotta understand something, right? We on the brink of World War III. The American soldiers is about to be in foreign lands fighting World War III. But in America, there will be civil unrest. American soldiers is going to do but so much to American people because they live and they die by a code. Regardless to what, American soldiers are going to tear shit up in other places, but they're not like the police. American soldiers took an oath to protect this land and the people of this land. You better believe that. The American soldiers. So now, with Biden fighting for the rights, these border jumpers, illegals, right? These illegals don't like me. They don't like you. They know we don't want them here. They don't give a damn. They came over here on a mission. Some of these people, if you seen what they was doing to their own people back at home, what do you think when certain laws are enacted, like the Patriot Act? When they enact that law and there's civil unrest inside America, these same people that jumped over the border, that's military age, is going to be in the military and they're going to be assigned to you, soldier boy. While Mayor Adams is running his mouth about the keys to the city that he gave Diddy. Like, why would you give keys to the city to Diddy? Why? Can anybody explain that? But okay. You gave keys to the city to Diddy. Why he's not speaking on the laws that was just passed, that in the wake of a new pandemic or a pandemic, they passed laws that you can be quarantined outside of your home and be forced to take medications even if they haven't been FDA approved. Where is Mayor Adams' voice on that? Why is this not the conversation that we are having? In case this law is put into use because it's already been passed, who is going to enforce this law to pull you out of your home and put you in some type of camp until they cure you or deem you uncurable? And then if they deem you uncurable, Where do they go from there? Why is Mayor Adams not briefing us on these new laws that's been passed? It's time to get out of New York. New York is always the first testing ground. Are y'all not paying attention to how from state to state they did a little test, especially in New York? It started in New York during COVID, where they stopped making arrests for certain crimes. That was a test. And if you got locked up for certain crimes, whatever you got locked up for, they let you go, R&R. That was a test for something bigger. The purge. When shit is about to get really, really real, and they're going to make law enforcement step back. When you let a wild dog off the leash, he's going to attack. When you let a wild dog off of a leash, he is going to attack. Y'all better wake up. Now, let me say this, right? Let me see something real quick.
You can't just say anything you want to say and think that people going to accept it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a God syndrome, you know? The same way that he's been in a lot of trouble before and you could pay your way out. He knew those cameras was there, you know? But of course, as we heard, he came back to the hotel and he paid to get the footage, but didn't know, which Cassie said inside her complaint, that they gave her a copy of the footage also. You know what I'm saying? So when you go through life just paying your way out, I really feel like he wasn't sorry about that. Yeah, he might be sorry now. He's sorry that he got caught. But if that was a one-time incident, then I would say accept his apology. But I think in that apology, he said what he thought people wanted to hear.
How many times did you personally witness him be violent towards women?
Around 4 or 5 times.
And was that all with Cassie, or was it Cassie and other women?
I seen him with Cassie, and I seen him with Kim Porter, his kid's mother.
Right, who's now sadly no longer with us. But what did you see him do?
I've seen him get physical. I've seen him get really physical, grab him up. It was one time that Cassie mentioned inside her lawsuit where she said she had to go over to the London hotel. I was the one that was checking on her every day at the London hotel. You know what I'm saying? So I know that to be true. I seen him get into some wrestling and punching matches. And sometimes I felt like, what are you mad at? What are you upset about? Because it's a deeper anger when you hitting and punching a woman in that type of manner. And it's okay. It's understood if you have a problem with one woman and you seek things. But when you have a problem with every woman that you're dealing with, then I think that problem is inside of you.
What did you see him do with Kim Porter?
I seen him inside the car, grab her up. I seen him smack her, you know. And one thing about Kim is Kim got to the point where she fought back because she realized how powerful she was. It was one incident on Sunset Boulevard in front of the Beverly Hills Hotel where I just seen the car rocking back and forth.
Listen, man. I don't like this nigga. Don't get me wrong. I don't like Diddy neither. But I don't like this nigga. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because there's a code of the street. That nigga was Puff mans. That was his mans. Puff trusted him so much that when he beat up Cassie, he was going to the hotel, checking on Cassie. She was in that hotel for a week. He was going to check on Cassie. He trusted that dude. That was his dude. Now, let me say something to y'all, right? From my own experience, I'm not a millionaire. I've made millions. I spent it. I'm not a millionaire. I'm broke compared to P. Diddy. But I'm going to tell you something. It starts to get annoying when niggas keep asking you for money. Huh? When somebody keeps coming to you over and over and over throughout the years, asking you for money, it gets annoying. And you know what else gets annoying too? It gets annoying even more. You ever had somebody start making up shit and coming up with emergencies? Oh, yo, this happened, that. And you sitting up there waiting. You waiting for him to, before they even tell you the story. You know the story gonna lead to these niggas asking you for more and more and more money. As you start getting the bag, you'll find out that you'll start taking care of people around you, everybody around you. And when your bank account start getting low, as that bank account starts getting low, your friends ain't gonna care. All they gonna care about is the fact that you told them no. That's why when you start getting money, you got to get away from certain people. It's people, places, and things. But nevertheless, right, throughout the years, even when he stopped working for Diddy, him and Diddy still in contact with each other. Diddy calls the nigga on the phone and say, yo, I need you. He tells Diddy, I need some money. His son is locked up in Africa for a body. So now, because niggas is reaching out to me talking about, yo, his son is... So you think that his son locked up for a murder in Africa, so that becomes Diddy's problem? So because Diddy told this nigga, I don't have the money right now. I'm about to fight the machine. I ain't got the money right now. I gave you $20,000 in the past. $20,000 even when you a billionaire is still $20,000. Gave you $20,000 in the past. That's not good enough for you? Like, my thing is, right, when you my mans, we got history, you my mans. When do you start going to the colonizer telling on me? I didn't tell on the niggas that shot me. I didn't tell on the niggas that shot me. I could have went to the precinct. This is somebody that shot me. Dogs is telling on somebody that he was riding with. This was a nigga that was doing dirt with Diddy. So now you got to question your friendships, your relationships, and the people around you. Because when you getting money and everybody ain't eating like that, they not happy. But the reality of it is, as a man, when you around niggas like Diddy, and Diddy bringing you around other millionaires, and you not using the influence and the power that you got with all the people that you, that's shame on you. All this time, nobody said a damn thing, but now they not getting paid. They running their mouths. Street niggas running their mouths, running to the colonizer. I don't like Diddy, but I don't like snakes neither. And I know what it's like to see a symptom. Like, do you realize, do you know what it's like to have somebody smiling in your face every day, and in the back of their mind, they resent the life that you have because they feel like it belongs to them? Diddy bust his ass, whatever he did, and he bust his ass to get the way he act. Even had to sell a soul. And that's one of their rules. They're not going to make you rich if you didn't go through the rituals that they went through. There's a door. And that's one of the rules. They can't just make you rich. They can't do that. Diddy can't just go around giving away. The bus. Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown first came on YouTube. I seen that nigga make like $10,000 on a live donations. He was having, it's like Kwame Brown was the hottest thing on the internet. Every time the nigga was going live, he got 30 and 40 and 50,000 people watching him. Kwame Brown called himself putting on people on YouTube that YouTube didn't co-sign. And overnight, that nigga went from having 100,000 people, 50,000 people, that where he barely could get 500 people watching him. YouTube will teach you about what they like and what they don't like when you try to put people on. They see those channels. They didn't push those channels in the algorithm for a reason. They want you to work. I'm being punished right now in the algorithm. I've never been to the point where I'm not getting at least 5,000 people on the live. YouTube are holding back my notification and they're holding back my numbers. I understand this. I am being punished. They put something on my channel. So I know the deal. But the reality of it is, and I'm going to say something, I'm going to say something too, right? Dwayne Holloway, keep up the great work, brother HASSAN. Use the little money that I gave you to take care of your family and community. Nigga, thank you for the $5 for sponsoring this war, but I can't even get no fish food with that, baby. You got to do better, my nigga. But I appreciate you. And if the Cash App ain't working, the Super Chat ain't working, my Cash App is $ Hassan Campbell. Y'all already know what they're gonna do after this live. They're gonna take the monetization off the live. The commercials are gonna go off, and then by the time I appeal it, they're gonna either tell me no, or if they tell me yes, by the time they come to appeal the video, all my views done went through. So now I don't make no money off the videos. It is what it is. The game is rigged. Now let me say something, right? And I don't care who it is, right? When you see me go live, all the people that you see me supporting, the ones I play their music, I don't care who it is. You don't see them in my comment section supporting me. You don't see them on my Instagram supporting me. And I'm keeping it all the way funky. Niggas be talking slick, but the reality of it is, I support everybody that I can. I don't see niggas clipping my videos up and playing my videos on the intros. I don't see niggas taking my videos and posting some of the dope shit that I say on their Instagrams and on their Facebook, or sharing me on their Facebook and on their Instagrams. Nope, niggas just sit back and wait to see if I'm gonna fall on my face. And that's why some of you niggas don't even realize you're not gonna go that far, because y'all niggas is blocking your own blessings. People are selfish. They want more out of you than what they willing to give to you. They're willing to sit up there and tell you what they think that you should have did to help them, even though you're helping them, but they not helping you at all. The nerve of you niggas. I'm playing niggas music. I share anything. I support anything with anybody around me. But it's getting to the point where I'm starting to feel, you know, that song, I'm feeling really unappreciated. I don't know how much more I can take from you. Not too much more. You got me feeling, I'm feeling really unappreciated. If I gotta bring the table, bring the groceries, cook the food, hand out the plates, and then clean up after you niggas eat, I ain't bringing the table no more, and I don't care who get offended. What I look like helping somebody that ain't willing to help me at all? Y'all niggas' egos is getting in the way. I had an argument with a nigga earlier today. And I be sitting up there saying to myself, like, yo, why do I gotta teach niggas what loyal niggas look like? That's why some of the niggas that y'all see me in pictures with on IG or see me in videos with yesterday, you won't see me with them today, tomorrow. I done sat up there and put furniture in niggas' houses. Put clothes on niggas' backs. And some of y'all be sitting up there watching and y'all looking at y'all look at the videos and y'all look at the pictures on their Instagram and y'all recognize some of them clothes as my clothes. Like, nigga, I put food on the table, clothes on your back, furniture in your house, and you still don't know how to be loyal? Some people don't miss a good thing until it's gone. It's real. Some people don't miss a good thing until it's gone, man. You feed a leech, they just come up to be a bigger leech. They're going to keep on eating, keep on coming back, keep on coming back. It's always a story. It's always a story. It's like a nigga that set up there, right? How these dudes, they come to you like, yo, I got a plan. We're going to sell some weed, yo. Yeah, I'm going to get this weed money, yo. And you stupid chicks, you give them your income tax. Like they're going to go out there and they're going to go get the weed money and they come back and they spent all the money and they ain't got nothing and they looking at you stupid. Then they come back to you again with the rent money. Now you don't blew the income tax money. Now they want the rent money. Yo, I had it back before the first. No, he ain't. He not going to have the money back. No, he ain't. He's an F up. These niggas be running around talking about they real niggas, man. Go back to jail. Go back to jail. Niggas is doing the streets a disservice. Man, this shit here is like when the lights go out in the Titanic before it finally sinks into the ocean. That's Diddy's career. Let me tell you something, man. Diddy done made billions. Some of us wish that our lights could go out that way. I wouldn't give a damn about what people got to say about me. Niggas is lucky that I'm not Diddy talking about. I wouldn't be sitting up there with the sad face talking about I'm sorry. I'll be sitting up there like on some real shit. Y'all really want to hear how I feel? If I was Diddy, right? Y'all listening to me? And Cassie went and told people, because we don't know if this is true or not, that I was feeding people at my party the blood out of her panties? Ew? I wouldn't be sorry. I'll be sitting up there thinking, how could I catch her again so I could punch her in her left eye or her right eye? And I'm dead serious. You think that you're going to sit up there and you're going to go to the FBI and tell the FBI that I had guns and I was on the way to the restaurant to kill Suge and I did this and I cocktailed and blew up a car. Like, nigga, I wouldn't be sorry neither. And y'all wouldn't be sorry neither. She telling your personal business to law enforcement to extort you out of money? Let me tell y'all something, right? Diddy had no business with that girl at 19 years old, and he was 37. But Cassie said when she kissed Diddy, she cried. See, well, I lost respect for Cassie, all respect for Cassie, is that I didn't know that Cassie, I didn't know Cassie went to the studio with Ryan Leslie. You're my diamond girl. You the one. I put my rock on. I like Ryan Leslie. That's my nigga. He took her to the studio to meet Diddy, and she left him that night for Diddy. Talking about when she kissed Diddy, she cried because she made a conscious decision to sell her soul to the devil. That's why she cried. And she went back for 15 years. Know that old ass man ain't had no business beating on that young girl. But I tell you what, in her apology, right? It's like the video that I made earlier with Kodak Black Lawyer. Kodak Black Lawyer basically said, and I don't have the list in front of me so I can read it, what Cassie's statement was, but Kodak Black Lawyer basically said that Cassie has no immunity. And some of the shit that Diddy was doing, she did it too. So there's a good possibility when Diddy get locked up, Cassie is going to get locked up so she could turn state's witness against him. Peace, Haas. While we talking about Diddy, but no, not this election season in Project 2025. Actually, we was talking about the election. You might be a little bit late, brother. We was just finished talking about Donald Trump and him bringing out Kodak Black. I mean, the reality of it is, what election are we really having? They select presidents. If Biden win, they selected him. If Trump wins again, they selected him. I don't believe in the power of voting. That's just me. All this shit in between is just military mind games being played on stupid people. We the people are stupid people. That's why they got niggas like Sheff G. Like Sheff G. Are you kidding me? He didn't bring out Denzel Washington or somebody that we look at in the public eye. Nigga, you brought out a Goonie Goo Goo. He brought out a goon, the top goon at that of Brooklyn. He brought out the top shot. Wait. Take the what and leave the what? The nigga brought out the top shotter. Take the what? Take the money and leave the weed. Take the what and leave the what? Don't make me gun butt ya. Yeah, I know. Build the wall. The same wall that's going to lock you in America when the earth starts cracking. The same wall that's going to lock you in America when famine and plague and disease start spreading. And there's no more jobs, but the cost of living keeps going up. And you decide that you finally want to leave. And all these other countries are so mad at America and Americans because of the things that we allowed to happen overseas that they don't even want our people. They're going to murk Trump and blame it on on foreign adversaries. I mean, yeah, we could go the way of the Simpsons. I can see that happening to bring about anarchy. Because I keep telling y'all that there's going to be more deaths. As a matter of fact, I told y'all that it was going to be more deaths than what happened. Remember my live before my last live? I was talking about the helicopters, and I told you it was going to be another helicopter death. And sure enough, after I told y'all it was going to be another helicopter death, the president of Iran and the grand minister, whatever you want to call that nigga, they both died in a helicopter crash. Hello? Y'all missed that? Y'all wasn't looking? Haas didn't predict that there was going to be another death in the helicopter? Who you think's DNA is all over that crash? Who you think do they think is responsible for that crash? Who? Take one wild guess. The land of the thief. I mean the home of the slave. Yes, Trump is definitely part of the Trump, and I told y'all that for the last 7 years. And the trumpet is blown. Trumpet, Trump, and the trumpet is blown. Yes, the United Snakes of America. But yeah, that bodyguard, I'm not feeling what he's doing. He breaking every code there is. He's breaking. I'm not feeling that. Make sure whoever you vote, I'm not voting for nobody. Presidents are selected, my nigga. And 9 times out of 10, we are headed towards evil times. We are headed towards the signs of the times. We are living in the signs of the times. We are living and we are witnessing storms and tornadoes. At one point I was sitting up there saying, yo, I got to go to Texas. I got to get me a house in Texas. Have you seen what those tornadoes are doing to those houses in Texas? Now you see why you get such a big house in Texas. Now you see why you get such a big house and you pay less for it. Because 9 times out of 10, when those storms come knocking those houses down, you in trouble. Damn, I don't know why my eyes are so blurry today. We live in evil times, and it's also the end of a wicked empire. That's a lie. Stop letting them tell you that that's the end of the... That is a lie. The people that's been ruling the earth has been ruling the earth from the beginning of time. There's nothing new up under the sun. All of the technology that we have today, this technology has been here from the beginning of time. That's why I tell you, when you start to study and pay attention, I don't trust the scholars. I don't trust when niggas try to use history, like, yeah, look, I read this book. Nigga, fuck your book. I don't respect your book. I don't trust your book. I don't believe in your book. I don't care what book you read. In order for you to get the books that you've been reading, those books had to be approved of by the colonizer. There is not one space on this earth that they are not ruling and they have not been in power for thousands of years. Let's stop with the military mind games. You were not slaves. You were enslaved. You did not come from Africa. You was conquered in a war that you can't remember because they changed the words, they changed the names, they changed the state of mind. When you cut down the parents and raise the children don't know what to tell the next generation of children. This is why you don't know your great-grandfather and your great-great-great-grandfather, because you don't have a story to tell about them. And if you do got a story to tell about them, it goes straight into slavery. But it doesn't teach you about what happened before slavery. And no, I don't want to hear that stupidity about we was kings and queens. And tell Charleston White, stop stealing my shit. Because all of us was not kings and queens. And if you study history about kings and queens, you would know that the kings were horrible. They were evil people. The kings were evil. So why would you even call yourself one of them evil, wicked bastards? I would have fun debating these scholars. It's the easiest thing in the world to debate these scholars, because the reality of it is, right? It's just like, you ever went to some of these old blocks and see these old churches and how these old churches would build like castles? What are the history of them? Huh? Who built them? Let's actually really go back into history, American history. And now they starting to find buildings and they starting to find ruins under oceans and stuff like that that's older than civilizations in Africa. Stop believing everything that they tell you. The whole earth was formed at one time. At one time. All of us are not the same. We do not all look alike. There are some white people that have tails, like mice and cats and dogs. Shout out to my white people. Some of them are born. They don't tell you this, but some of them are born with tails. We are not the same. Some human beings are born with 6 fingers and 6 toes. There is a reason for that. We are not the same. So if we all not the same, how we all come from the same place? No, we don't. Then you're not even understanding. Africa was not never. Africa's who? Africanus? That's a white man. Named after the colonizer. What are we talking about? You better start going back to the older names, like Samaria, the Sumerians. You got to start going, you better go back to a Mexican, when America was a Mexican, and the people of Kemet in Mexico, in America, was all one community. War stopped that. Not slavery. You was enslaved after the battle. You think that it wasn't no battle? History according to who? So you think that Christopher Columbus and the rest of the colonizers came to America, huh? And they gave you blankets with smallpox and it wiped out the whole civilization? No, it didn't. Like, come on, man. Y'all not smart enough to know that the people of those times knew how to use the herbs and what herbs to heal themselves? Are you dumb? I don't care about niggas talking about history. History according to who? The colonizer? Africans are not even in control of the oceans. That's why they have pirates. That's why they have pirates. They're not even in control of their oceans. Damn. What that sister said in that video, they'll pay for people to come over Chanel Scott, thank you for sponsoring this war, sister. I appreciate you. They'll pay for these border jumpers to come over the border. I don't know why my eyes are so blurry, but my shit is blurry. Blurry, blurry, blurry. Can't see with the glasses or without them right now. They're willing to pay $400,000 or $40,000, one of the two, for the border jumpers to come over the border, but they won't even give $4,000 to the women of America. That's because they came to replace you. They came to erase you, because there is a small window that you have to claim who you are, which is the true Native Americans. Malcolm X was going to the United Nations because he found out that we was not those runaway slaves from Africa, but we were the true natives, and that's what cost that man his life. Because he wasn't going to YouTube to have a debate. He wasn't going to the news to have a debate. He was going to the United Nations to bring legal proof of who everybody else in history know who we are. They know who we are. There was cameras during the days of slavery. Why they don't have no pictures of the slave ship, the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria? Why? Why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Let me tell you something, man. If y'all really knew the truth, some of these celebrities that y'all think is dead really ain't dead. Some of them is. Some of them a lie. Some of the things that you see in front of your face is scripted evil. Some of these celebrities that you know and you see, and you like, you really, really start looking. Some of these celebrities went to school together. They went to school together. They went to the School of the Arts together. Some of these celebrities that you don't even realize are related to each other, and they don't even tell you that. Some of these are celebrities that you actually think grew up in neighborhoods and think that they was part of us. Some of these niggas are part of the bloodline. And the other ones that wasn't born into these bloodlines and these families, that wasn't sitting here to distract you. The other ones, well, the first thing they do is, as soon as they get an opportunity, they go to the Mason halls, halls, and become a Mason. Why? It's a secret society. All we ask is trust. What's the secret? The secret is the hidden knowledge. And who is the secret being kept from? can come up with the dinosaur bones, but can't come up with the slave ships. Why come up with the dinosaur bones? We still got dinosaurs on this earth. You don't believe that? Y'all got to understand something. I'm going to say this again. They keep us in areas that's populated. They keep us in areas where they sold us land or we passed down land. But there's other areas that you can't go to. They won't let you. There's places in the Grand Canyon that you can't go. How you going to tell us that we can't go into the mountains? Or into a ditch that's inside the earth? Now, you could go with a guide. And then you go in certain areas over there in the Grand Canyon and you have military pop out and tell you you cannot enter. Why? What is it that they don't want you to see? There's places on this earth where you still have dinosaurs. Believe that. There's other continents that you would never see. Believe that. You think they just make movies about Stargates? When you watch Game of Thrones and they show you how they was going to war with the White Walkers and they had the giants, you think that there really wasn't giants? They say the Anunnaki was giants. Yeah, we definitely banned from Antarctica. We banned from certain parts of America. There's certain areas in America you cannot go in, you do not go in. You ever notice that the fake Indians that got our land, the fake ones that got our land, they don't interact with us at all or tell us nothing? They stay far away from us. Let me tell you something, right? The next steps and stages in life, you got to cut people off. I'm going to keep saying this, man. You got to cut people off. Everybody can't go with you. Everybody don't want to see you win. You can't fight and take on the world and be fighting with your circle at the same time. It's time to cut the dead weight. Because as I say this to y'all, believe me, I'm saying this to myself too. That's why nigga said some slick shit to me in a text message earlier today. You keep that same energy. I sure enough will, my nigga. When you think that you could actually talk to me like that, when a nigga good to you, I'm going to keep that same energy. And them same disloyal niggas you running around with, I wish you the best of luck, my nigga. Them same niggas you was cool with when you went to jail the last time and they ain't do the bid with you, I wish you the best of luck, my nigga. I don't beg for nobody to be my friend. And at this point in time in my life, oh my God, I love losing friends. I love it. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be nobody's friend. That shit gets to be too expensive. You want to have friends? Go get you some friends that's making money just like you making money, so you ain't got to deal with no animosity and no bullshit. You got your family, you got your bills. I got my family, I got my bills. So you ain't got to be sitting up there looking at my plate or sitting in your house trying to figure out what's on my plate and what I'm cooking for dinner. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm willing to share and eat with everybody. But little slick, wicked games that niggas be playing, like, nah, I ain't got time for that. And I'm going to tell y'all something too, right? When you hear people say, this is chess, not checkers. You're the one they playing chess with. You the one they playing military mind games with. Get away from people like that. Niggas be losing in life talking about they playing chess. How you losing in life and you playing chess? Right, because they hustling you. You the chess piece. Nigga said the views is going down and 400 people just came in the building. Stop speaking spells in my comment section. Who you trying to convince that the views are going down? Like, damn, even with 3,600 people in the building, that's still good numbers right there. You see the numbers is 3,600. That's still a lot. Especially when nobody knew I was going live at 2 o'clock in the morning. Hassan, can I be your friend? Listen, man. I love meeting new people. But when the energy ain't right, I will not hesitate to cut a motherfucker off. Like, bye-bye. See ya. See, the thing about it is some people is good at not showing you they hate. But it be them little signs. And then some people, they outsmart themselves. For me, life is too short. And see, one thing I'm going to tell you is like we men, right? Grown men. Before I sit up there and have to think about negative thoughts about somebody that I was good to, I just remove myself. What's going to hurt you more is when you can't come back to me and ask me for nothing. Because trust is the one thing that I have to get. I have to have it. It is a must, especially when it comes to street dudes. And when I'm good to you, I'm willing to give you the clothes off my back, money out of my pocket, food off my table, and furnish your house, and you not good to me, nigga, you can leave my life forever. Really though. I'm selfish at this point. You gotta learn to be selfish. You gotta know when to say, you gotta learn when to say no. You start looking at your bank account, you start looking at your bills, and then you start to realize that all these egotistical, quote unquote, real niggas that's running around, like, nigga, you becoming a child support to me. And then got nerve enough to be acting funky with an attitude? I'm not paying for nobody to be in my life. Sometimes having black friends is expensive. These niggas is broke. I don't care about how much time you did in jail. I don't care how many bodies you caught. Nigga, pay a bill. And I'm going to tell you something else too, man. When you get a certain age, all that tough talk is unattractive. Because when you hit 40 years old, 30, 40 years old, you going on 50 years old, don't nobody want to hear that tough shit. Niggas was tough in their teens, tough in their early 20s, even tough in their 30s, then shot something, went to jail, did this, did all that. When you become a grown man, you don't want to be around nothing that's going to take you away from your responsibility and your family. Some niggas ain't got nothing to lose. Never had nothing. They ain't going to never have nothing. But you got everything to lose. And they watching. Can we get a dog channel? You don't show the dogs no more. I'm gonna start showing the dogs. I'm gonna start throwing videos out. Even regular videos. Like how I used to do with the fish. I'm gonna start getting back on my job again. But to everybody's watching, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I plan on going live in the morning. Not sure what time. Maybe about what time y'all think would be a good time to go live in the morning on Snapbox TV? Because I'm going live on Snapbox. It's time for me to start building my other channel. So what time y'all think will be a good time? Let me know in the comment section. $10, $11-ish. So everybody's saying between 10 and 11, 9. Yo, how's your backyard look like? Arbitrarium. Love to see the life you captivate. $11, $7, $11. Yeah, I love my back. Let me tell you something. I love my backyard. COVID, being locked down, and I know more lockdowns is getting ready to come. I love going to see some of my dudes on the block, but I also realize when I'm on the block, sometimes people will make a phone call. Yo, he on the block. Might send a missile. And sometimes I don't really feel like putting my friends in harm's way because I can't sit up there and say what a person would do or would not do. You see what I'm saying? And being out on the block and you ain't got a police escort, because that's what these celebrities is doing, these rappers is doing, and you go out there and you got a gun on your waist and the police catch you with a gun on your waist and you ain't even shoot nobody. You just trying to protect yourself. And you go to jail and you facing 5 to 10 years in jail just because you don't want nobody to hurt you. Is it worth it? Because when niggas be saying I'm outside, if you ain't got a gun on your waist, you ain't outside, my nigga. If you ain't got a gun on your waist, you're not outside. You might be outside, but you're not outside. You're not active. Not to me. You got to keep a gun on your waist to be active and really, really be outside. That's when you making a statement. And one thing I learned from back in the days, when a nigga feel like they can't get you, they call the police on you or tell the police you got a gun on you. Because they know, like, this nigga ain't just standing out here with nothing. He got something on him. Then they dial 911. Police pull up because they have to come. When the phone call's made, they have to come. So now they come and they patting you down and boom, voila. Somebody gave them a Christmas gift. All wrapped up, and it's you standing on the block because you got a point to prove or you want to chill with your niggas. Like, nah, sometimes your niggas got to step their shit up and they got to meet you in places that, like, you know, in places that's elevated. The hood don't love nobody. The hood don't love nobody. Y'all stay tuned. Get ready for the live in the morning. Snapbox TV. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and pay attention to your circle before they... I'm out.